Okay, guys. Well, we come from monkeys is what they try to tell us, but it's bullshit, obviously. Um, so when I was in high school, charter high school, I went to different high schools, but this was a charter school. Very good school. A lot of people went to great colleges from graduating there. I left there because I was too, I don't know, edgy, and I wanted to learn about life and learn about different areas of life where I didn't really know what I wanted then, but I didn't want this singular like book uh book smarts uh think you know everything education. So anyway, so we were supposed to do a paper on evolution. Me and my buddy Devin, my best friend at the time, um we did a paper against evolution. Okay, and I'll never forget the big F in red pen on both of our papers. In the this our science teacher at the time, this girl, I forget her name, but I don't want to name drop her, but she was like her whole world was upside down, because now I didn't have really much evidence to back it up. I kind of researched a little bit, but I was a kid, I was a high school kid, but I innately knew we did not come from monkeys. It's just common sense, right? Um, it it's common sense to me. So I innately knew, and this girl got so triggered. Now we should be questioning. I mean, questioning. We should be encouraging questioning instead of putting it down. And this is what is so wrong with the school system, along with the indoctrination and everything else. But we should be questioning everything. That's what life is. That's how you learn. And having an open mind is everything. And a lot of these scholars or people in these positions of teaching, they're just regurgitating what they hear. They're not really teaching. They're not living their true passion in teaching, and that's what makes a great teacher is someone who really lives what they teach and really believes in it and has an open mind and can be flexible if they're wrong. Because we're all trying to find truth and why we're here, and we all have a purpose, and God weaves all of our own stories. So anyway, yeah, we're not animals. Okay, this was clear to me. I think it's clear to us all deeply, and we were given domain over the animals. So that means we have a responsibility to the animals to take care of them, which we do. We do great things for animals. I think it's gone the other way too, where people just slaughter animals way too much, and the greed of the meat industry and everything else, and people trying to make all this money. So there's a war in itself going on there, um, which we can talk about another time. Um, but the point is, we're not animals, okay? And the fact that we came from monkeys, well, it's not a fact. The dairy we did is just ridiculous on its face. So again, I knew it then, and you can look into it, research it. There's different scientists or people who um, know about this and talk about it openly, but they're the fringe, because they want to push the narrative that is evolution is real, and this war has been going on for a while. This is just another facet of the spiritual war going on. Science trying to replace God, or that evil corner section of science, because there is great scientists. Um, well, are great scientists. It's the proper grammar, I believe. um, who believe in God, in that them in studying scientists and studying science, sorry, I just woke up, I can barely talk, only further validates God, instead of pushing back against him. So there was this explosion. I forget the term. I'm learning a lot of new stuff about this recently, but it happened like millions of years ago that introduced a new species, and it happened abruptly. Again, I don't know the term off the top of my head. I go off the riff a lot, as you know, but So I could get that term name again. I want to look more into this. I think we all should, find books out there or go online and research. But so it happened abruptly, just kind of like the Big Bang. Um, it's almost like the creator himself, well, which is what happened, um, introduced, just spoke it into existence in a way, or made it into existence, which is what happened at the beginning of time. So if you get deep into things, it's kind of surreal. It's kind of can make normal people go crazy because not everybody sits and thinks why we're here. And I think we did, and we always do, but we put it kind of in the back of our brains, or we just carry on with life and our normal motions and normal routines and schedules, but we don't really contemplate. And that is what's important, is thinking about, hey, why am I really here? What is this? What is all this? And I think the real, true, great scientists know that, and they love studying life, and it further validates God for them. But yeah, so there was that explosion. Now, microevolution is real, which is like a bird's beak changing over time or stuff like that, changes in the environment. Those little changes that are factual. But this whole theory, this notion that we come from monkeys, that we were animals once, is ridiculous. We're made in God's image, and you should all know that. So anyway, dive into it, dig deeper into it. Let me know what you come up with. Let me know what you think or what your take is. So, and the same thing with dinosaurs. I always scratch my head on that. I don't really know. I could be wrong on that, but I never believed that they existed. It's just something in my innate feeling where I'm like, these giant lizard creatures roam the earth. Like, and again, the timeline doesn't really match up with the God, with with God. So it's always this war back and forth: science, God, good, evil, order, chaos, creation, destruction, and the ego and God, and it's these constant wars going on. So, but anyway, thank you for listening. Next time someone asks you about evolution or talks about evolution, just throw a wrench in there and say, evolution's wrong. It's wrong. We don't come from monkeys. I mean, look at me. Okay, that's probably a bad example because I could maybe look like a monkey. But that's all you have to say. Look at me. Was I a monkey once? I mean, come on now. It's ridiculous.